Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about Surgeon Sparks. I'm going to talk about graded cards, and I'm going to talk about the sale product, which is Surgeon Sparks, an amazing set. On our channel you get 100% genuine opinion, and if you like that type of thing, then stay tuned because that's what we do. And feel free to like and subscribe or leave a comment because everything helps the channel. We're brand new. So Surgeon Sparks was released in November last year. So it's nearly a year old already, guys, and I can't believe it. It's gone so quick, and what an amazing set this is. And the thing to remember about Surgeon Sparks, when it released, not long after Prismatic was mentioned with its release dates and stuff like that. So it wasn't necessarily in its shadows, but a lot of people were talking about Prismatic when really they should have been talking about this, because this set is an amazing set. And when you look at the price of the booster boxes at this point, over the last 3 months they've been climbing steadily. Well, there's been a plateau. Well, there's been a plateau across Pokemon recently over the last few days, up to a week. And you've got a lot of people who are screaming, sell, sell. You know, I don't agree. I think this is a perfect opportunity to buy the cards or any set that you want. But like I said, a lot of Pokemon at this minute is plateauing, and it's really interesting that because it's displaying across certain cards and certain sets. But for the most part, Surgeon Sparks is quite a good set, and it's just chipping away in the background. And the reason why I say in the background is because nobody really is talking about it. And really the main point I want to make is it's not available. I mean, it's in print, but it's nowhere to be seen. It's literally nowhere to be seen. I mean, I can't see it anywhere. I go out and about all over the place. Now, I don't go to card shows. I mean, I want to, but I've got commitments on the weekend, so I just can't go. But I'm talking about your local boots-on-ground stores, you know, your WH Smith, your HMVs, Smith's Toys, and Asda's and Tesco's. This stuff doesn't turn up, and that's not normal. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, it's the new norm. Okay, I agree with the way that prices are might be the new norm, and even if it does go down, it won't go back to normal. But it's not normal, guys, not seeing stuff on shelves. That's not normal, and that is what's driving the price of this stuff up. Or it's playing a very, very big part. And we need to remember that. We really need to remember that moving forward, that no Pokemon on the shelf is not a normal thing. It was never like that before, and it's like that now. So talking about Surgeon Sparks, it's a phenomenal set. And again, I think it's one of these sets. I mean, if we're going to talk about Surgeon Sparks where we think it is, it's right up there in Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I'm not saying it's as good as like your 151s and stuff, and Prismatic, and I mean, let's say it would probably be like 151, Prismatic, Destin Rivals. Maybe Surgeon Sparks would be just underneath. I wouldn't say very at the top like them, but maybe just under. It's right up there. I actually put this above most of other sets in Scarlet and Violet. It's a phenomenal set, and I've only opened one half booster, and I only managed to open that because I seen it in my local Nisa, and they actually just opened it and put it on the shelf, and I bought the first pack. And I cracked that open, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to buy the rest because I haven't opened it. And I ended up pulling the Latios, the illustration rare. So I was over the moon because when I got that card, it actually came out, the pack, phenomenal. Perfect centering, everything was perfect, the back was mint. And I thought, you know something, this might grade. So I sent it away. I sent that away with the Infernape, and hopefully it'll come back at 10. A few months to wait, but be a nice one for the collection if it comes back at 10. So yeah, for the most part, guys, this isn't available on the shelves. And I mean, when are we ever going to see this set? I mean, it might be available in the odd collection box here and there. But I haven't seen no 3-back blisters, I've seen no booster boxes, the only booster boxes I've seen was at my local game store, and they wanted £175 for them. I think it was in January, and maybe February, I can't remember. And I was like, I'm not paying that, because it'll just come down in price. Well, it didn't. And so I missed out on it. Fair enough. But I just thought it'll come down. Nobody knew what it was going to be like this year, and this year's been a roller coaster. So that's kind of where I am with the sale product at the minute, talking about that. And if you look at this, like the booster box is already 312 quid. Now, I don't know if this is normal. I mean, you could say it is normal because they're not available, and this price point is here to stay. Well, it might not be. I mean, if this gets a massive reprint in the UK or they do something dramatic, this could drop by £50, £60 this. I mean, I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying the set's not worth it, commanding £300 because it's an amazing set. But maybe it's this, I don't know if this price is right. You know, I mean, look at this for a sealed box. A full seal case, 3K, Trident Cards, Nottingham, fantastic store, great guys. 3k for a box. Unreal. This is still in print. I mean, this should theoretically be 150, 160 pounds. You know, max 200. Really, about 200 if it was, you know, if it was a little bit scarce. But 300 quid already. And I mean, we've got confirmed sales as well, guys. It's like with these prices, 312, 304. You know, we've had somebody dump one at 276. You know, eBay only gives us half the story. We don't know what the sellers are, how much they paid for them. We don't know how much they paid for this booster box. They might have got it cheap in the first place. We don't know. And that's probably a good exit point for them. You know, we're just speculating. But it's still a good price for a box that's in print. So, I mean, it is getting that type of money. It's still strong. And again, guys, I think this is one of these sets that's going to creep up in the future, you know. It wouldn't surprise me next year. I mean, we're in a new era now. What about next year? It wouldn't surprise me if this box starts creeping up to £450, £500 if nothing gets done about it. And it's an amazing set. And look at the cards. I mean, for the most part, people know what cards were in there. But let's just look at them in a graded 10. I mean, I talk about 10s a lot on this channel because we do collect graded cards a lot. We just find it easier to store, easier to display. And, you know, the amount of cards we've bought online now raw that have came up damaged. And I'm just thinking, you know, sometimes it's easier just to buy the 10. Especially with the delays in PSA. I mean, we sent some cards away when there was all that fiasco with the tariffs. I think we waited nearly 9 months for the cards to come back. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. But I've gone and sent 2 others away. So, you know. But you look at this here, the Mesprit. £78 in a PSA 10. An illustration rare from the last era. You know, when you start comparing this to the price point now of cards that are available now, like 1100s and 1200s, granted it's not in the same league, but £78 and £80 and £90 for an illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet doesn't seem that bad. And what a beautiful artwork. You know, guys, some of these cards at this point is maybe a good opportunity to get for your collection. You know, especially now we're going to see this plateau on prices. I mean, are these prices going to hold, or are they going to go down 10-20%? We don't know. It's definitely worth keeping an eye out, and that's what this video is about. You know, we're seeing a little bit of a plateau now. If you were ever interested in Sergeant Sparks, now's the time to keep an eye on stuff. You know, I mean, it reminds me of Prismatic Evolutions a while back when it dropped 20-30%, and we were buying Prismatic Evolutions. And I mean, if you weren't actively looking for Prismatic Evolution stuff, you would have missed it. Because as soon as it came on for sale, 20 and 30% under, it was gone. Within 2 to 5 days, it was all gone. The supply was gone, and the prices were back to normal. And if you'd have missed it, you would never have known. You would never have known. It was unbelievable. It was that quick, and that's what this hobby's like, guys. It's just a whirlwind. So we were lucky to get in at Surgeon Spark, Prismatic, what we needed. And this again might be a good opportunity to get in at Surgeon. I mean, an illustration rare, £78, and the prices are going up for the most part. I mean, if we trace back here, £64, £53 for a PSA 10. Unbelievable. I mean, that's cheap. It's unbelievable. This is one of the top tier sets, in my opinion, a Scarlet and Violet. Illustration rare PSA 10. Somebody's already done the hard work, guys. Somebody's already got the card, sent it away, retrieved it in the form of return. And now this. And, you know, what a good price. Phenomenal. I mean, the card's not for everybody, I understand that, but an illustration rare from this era, who's to say where these prices are going to go? I mean, some of these cards I'm going to show you, we know it's a heavy Pikachu set. I mean, that in itself is a bonus. We all know how fantastic Pikachu is. I mean, look at this for the ultra rare, the EX, £140. And again, prices are moving. I mean, £105 on the 18th of September. £70, buy it now. Unbelievable. I mean, I'd have bought that. I wasn't looking at this type of stuff back then, but I would have bought that. Fantastic entry. Look at that already. Double. So I'm saying it looks kind of like a natural progression, this, guys. It doesn't look like a massive pump either, which I'm always a little bit cautious of when I see a massive price increase. I always think, whoa, slow down, take a step back. It doesn't look right. But at these prices, it just looks organic. It looks really organic and it's natural. And maybe people are realising how good the set is. I mean, we know it's a decent set, but it's kind of out the limelight again because of all the new era and everything that's coming out now and the chase cards that are available now and the big money that they're commanding. I mean, again, £140 doesn't sound like a lot of money when you compare it to the big chase cards now. And again, cards in this set, Pikachu again for the hyper rare. Now I know gold cards aren't everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not mad on them. I'm really not mad on gold cards. I mean, I don't dislike them. It's just that I've never really found a place for them in my collection. It's weird with gold cards. I always feel if I get one gold card, I'd have to get another, then another, then another. Then it's like you've got 5 or 6 gold cards, and it's, you know, then you've got different characters in different gold cards, and it's kind of weird for me. So I've never really bothered. But when you look at this, a hyper rare, 150 quid from one of the top sets in Scarlet and Violet. I mean, at these prices, they could just keep going north. We never know. I'm not saying they will, but at this price point, it doesn't seem too bad for a hyper rare to put into your collection for a gold card. And with the gold cards now, you know, there seems to be a new hype for gold cards. Is this good? Is this going to drag the price of these up? Who knows? I mean, these are the questions we ask on my videos, guys, because we want people to engage with this and think, well, you know, it might be right here. The gold cards might come up a little bit. It could do, because it's one big ecosystem, isn't it? One thing affects another thing in this hobby, and you just never know. And again, for the most part, the prices are on the up. Unbelievable. I mean, that's never a 10 Japanese, is it, I think? Not a 9, thought as much. I don't know what the grading is with these, to be completely honest. I don't know how difficult it is to grade. And I don't know what the pull rates are on these... excuse me, on these ultra rares, hyper rares. I don't know what the pull rates are, but I think they're harder than normal, to be completely honest. And again, I don't know how hard it is to grade them. But again, price 150 quid. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like moving up into something a little bit more expensive, the special illustration rares, 294 for the Melodic EX. Look at this artwork, special illustration rare artwork from Scarlet and Violet. We're in a new era now. You could consider this to be underpriced. Again, I don't know availability. I don't know what the price of them is raw. I haven't checked, and I don't know how hard this is to grade, so I can't really make an accurate representation. But looking at these prices, 294, and it's already increased already from the 8th of September from 250. I mean, that's a big jump within the same month. I mean, it's a strong set, and it's shown that it's moving forward. I mean, look at this. Prices, again. And I use eBay because we do a lot on eBay. We buy a lot and we sell a lot on eBay. We don't buy booster boxes and stuff, but we buy singles and stuff like that, or graded stuff on eBay mainly, because we don't get to the card shows. I just can't get to them. Like I say, we've got commitments on weekends, and I would love to get to more card shows, but we just can't do it. To be honest, it probably saves me a lot of money. But again, prices on the up, and again, it just confirms what I think about this set, guys. I really feel like it's a sleeper set. I feel like not many people are talking about it, and I think there's going to come a point next year where it's Sergeant Sparks is 450, 500 quid a booster box, and these cards are double or treble, and it's like, what happened? We've missed it. And that's sometimes how I feel with some of these sets, because we haven't seen them for sale, and it's not normal. It's not normal not to see these cards on sale in stores. We can't forget that. And that could be ultimately what's pushing these prices up. I mean, there's a lot to grow in the form of growth on these cards, but they could go down as well. I mean, these cards could drop 20 or 30%, you know, if we see a massive reprint in the UK, Sergeant Sparks. If it gets dumped everywhere, Sergeant Sparks, this could go down 20, 30%. You know, it's quite possible. You know, it can go down as well as it can go up. So you just got to be careful of that and be mindful. I mean, if you're buying this for your collection, then who cares? You know, if you're happy with it, then it's, you know, you spend how you want to spend. But if you speculate, you've just got to be a little bit careful. I mean, they're not overly expensive, the price of these cards. It's when you start getting into the latter gases where it starts creeping up in value. And this is a phenomenal card. And again, when it's with the other one, the one that I pulled from the half booster, they look phenomenal. These two cards together look beautiful. And to be completely honest, I like the other card better. The illustration rare. It's not as rare as this, and I like the other one better. I just feel like it's got like better artwork. I just love the sunrise or the sunset, whatever you want to call it, in the background, and I just think it's a phenomenal card. Like I said, that's been sent off for grading, and I hope it gets a 10, because that's just going straight in the collection. That were a lovely card. But that's like, I think that's like £200 now in a PSA 10. So, and that at one point was sat at about 100, so that's doubled in value already this year. And again, it's all down to supply. There's no supply, and it doesn't matter who says what, there's no supply of anything. And you know something, talking about supply, I kind of noticed a problem, you know, in Pokemon. I think probably going back to Twilight Masquerade, I started to notice a problem in Pokemon. with availability and problem with prices and things getting a little bit sticky. And I thought, it's probably because Christmas is coming. Probably like people are just buying loads and putting stuff away. And I kind of just dismissed it. And then it was like, this came along in November and it was nowhere to be seen. And I was thinking, what's going on? What's going on? There's no surgeon anywhere. I'm busting to open Surgeon Sparks and there is none. What's going on? And then, Christmas was around the corner and I thought maybe it's everyone's just, spending for Christmas and, again, putting stuff away. Then we go into 2025 and it's still nowhere to be seen. And I thought, something's not right here. And it's not, guys. There's something going on behind the scenes and people aren't talking about it or covering it in a certain way. But there's definitely something going on with the supply chain, whether it's getting clogged up, held back, or whatever's going on, or just the pure demand of people ripping and shipping, or whatever you want to call it. I think everything's having a massive influence on these prices. Again, 455 quid, and you can go back 430s, 465s, 414s. In fact, this card was up, then went down, then went back up. But again, it might stagnate now with a plateau that we're seeing across Pokemon. It might be a good opportunity to get into these cards. Now again, guys, I don't know how hard it is to grade, so I can't really say, I didn't check this one out, how hard it is to grade or the pull rate on this card, purely because I'm not really interested in this card. It's a nice card, but it's not really one that I'm looking forward to add to the collection, so I haven't dived into it that much. I've actually done more research on the illustration rare, the other one, because I love it. So, and that's again with a hobby, guys, just collect what you want. Don't start chasing, well, I won't say don't, you do what you want, but people chase cards that are top cards or the top money cards. Just collect what you want. That's the best way to enjoy the hobby. That's what we do. We don't care if the cards are £2 or £20. If we like the artwork, we collect it. I mean, there's some other cards from this set, which are really unique. I think it's the Bravery or something like that. It's like a big eagle. Nobody really spends any time talking about that card. It's a phenomenal card, with the artwork's beautiful. We've got that in a PSA 10. I don't know what it is about that artwork. I absolutely love it. So we've got that in the collection. Really unusual card. So that was from Surgeon Sparks as well. But we can't talk about Surgeon Sparks unless we talk about the Pikachu. And this one, the special illustration rare. What a card this is. This is the big one from the set. This really is. I mean, when you talk about value, this is what's going to carry the set forward. I mean, it's a heavy Pikachu set anyway, which is probably going to do well in the future, because like I said, the box art's phenomenal. But this card is a phenomenal card, and who knows where the ceiling is with this card. I mean, we could say that these prices right now, 1,100 confirmed sale in the United Kingdom, you could say it's a little bit high. And I could agree with you there, because the set's not available, and again, it's supply. There's no supply, and I say it 100 times, but we can't forget it. Because if this gets dumped on the market, this could go down by 20 or 30%. But I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, because at that point you could buy in. You could buy in at that point if you wanted. If you wanted this for your collection, and it would be an opportunity to buy it. But a lot of people don't realise just how many people are stood on the sidelines waiting to buy in when the prices drop at 20 or 30%, and they just get snapped up instantly within days. It's unbelievable, guys. It's a whirlwind. So if these prices did ever retrace, you can guarantee they'll go straight back up to £1,000 within a month or two, especially after it's all cleared out. This is what happens, because if it's achieved 1,100 already, you can do it again if it goes back. It's crazy. I mean, nobody knows where the ceiling is with this card. It's the top card. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's a beautiful artwork. It's not one of my favourite Pikachus. I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't pay that. I'm not saying the card's not worth it. The card's worth it. It's a beautiful card. But at that price point for me, it's not worth it. Because there's so much other stuff I could buy for 1,100 quid, and that's how I have to look at it, because we're only on a limited budget, and we have to just budget our money to get the maximum amount of pleasure that we can from our collection with our cards. So 1,100 quid, it's a little bit more, like a little bit much, to be honest. But I'm not saying the card's not worth it. This could end up going to £1,400 by the end of the year if this run continues. If we don't see any more Surgeon Sparks. So, you could buy in at that point and speculate. I mean, but if you want it for your collection, will it drop? Who knows? But if we don't get something sorted soon with Surgeon Sparks, I mean, are we ever going to see enough Surgeon Sparks to correct these prices when we've got Prismatic to sort out because it's going through the roof? We've got Destined Rivals to get sorted. We've got the new sets to get sorted. We've got everything else in Scarlet and Violet to get sorted, even going back all the way to Paldea Evolved, which can still get a reprint till, April or something next year. They've got a lot of catching up to do, guys. And these prices are just absolutely going to the moon until that happens. So it's crazy. And that's what I'm saying about this card. A lot of French stuff popping up recently. Anyway, so if you go back, 14th of September, 868, 800s, 787s. Look at this, it's going up. And it's a healthy increase as well. It's not shooting up like dramatically. I mean, it is going up quite a bit, but it's not like worrying. You know, if it was like 1900 now, I'd be a little bit concerned, but it's only gone to 1,000. It's quite a healthy growth. 740, best offer, 23rd of August. So, look, 700 quid. It's gone up 300 quid already. Unbelievable. So the demand for this card's there. It really is. And I think the demand for the set's there. I think overall what I'm trying to say is the demand's there for the set. It's going to be one of these sets, guys, that creeps up on everybody. It's just going to creep up, honestly. We're all going to be so transfixed about this set, that set moving forward next year. Before you know it, this will be £500 a booster box. I'm just putting it out there. It could be 500 quid a booster box. You know, because there's none about. I haven't seen any for sale apart from the likes of eBay, and I generally don't buy booster boxes and stuff off eBay. We only get it from like local game stores or other collectors, you know. So for me, I'm locked out until I see it in the game store. I mean, I might trade up for it. I mean, would I trade up for it? I would do. I think I would do. You know, I think I really would do. But saying that, if I was to trade up for this at 300 quid, I'd rather go for another 100 quid and then try and get Destined Rivals, because I think Destined Rivals is a stronger set. I think some of the cards in Destined Rivals are amazing. And so I think if I was going to trade up and this was like 300 quid in the local game store, I think I'd rather just put another 100 quid towards it and probably get Destined Rivals. I'm not saying that this set's bad. You know what I'm saying? Destined Rivals is an amazing set and so is this. But if I had the choice and I was like sacrificing a booster box and maybe some money, then I'd probably have to push for Destined Rivals. And this is the problem, see, when you're on a limited budget, you've got to choose one or the other. You know, we haven't all got the luxury of just having both. So, I mean, I would trade up for it. If there was no Destined Rivals, then I probably would take this, yeah. I mean, I've got some Stellar Crown that I just sat there in the cupboard. I'm thinking, I can't see Stellar Crown doing anything special, to be honest. I mean, there's got some nice cards in there, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking about getting rid of my Stellar Crown and going into something like this or Destined. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. And it would make sense. It would make sense because I think this set's a really, really good set from the era. But then again, Crown, the other set, Stellar Crown, that could end up doing well, couldn't it? Because nobody's talking about it. You just don't know, do you? But I think I'd rather have Sergeant Sparks. But I'd probably open it. That'll be the problem with me. I'd probably open that. Anyway, guys, that's where I think it could end up in the future. It could end up being a £500 booster box next year. This, honestly, it's just going to creep up, especially if nothing gets done. If we don't get some reprints on the streets, I call it boots on ground. If we don't get reprints, boots on ground for the normal people like us, prices are just going to spiral. I mean, that's what I opened a half booster box. It was already open. I mean, there was 18 packs, and I opened one, then bought the other 17, and that's where I got the Latios. Amazing card. So that's a set, guys. That's what I think about it. A phenomenal set. So if you get any value from the video, guys, or you like me opinions, feel free to like and subscribe us or drop us a comment or anything that I've covered in the video, because all feedback is welcomed. Okay, well, have a nice weekend. See ya.